Hello, kindergarten. Today we are going to try and create a portrait of ourselves, a self-portrait. But we're going to try and make our whole body, from our head to our shirt to our pants down to our shoes. We're going to use this long piece of paper and try to make our whole self. So I will start with my head shape up at the top, and maybe I'll make a U shape here, and I'll have some hair on top of my head. Right now I'm just going to leave that U shape to mark my face, and then I'm going to come all the way down the paper to the very bottom, and I'm going to give myself some shoes. Today I'm wearing some black shoes, and I'll color those in after a while. They're flat on the bottom and kind of round on the top. And I've got two shoes on, so I'm going to draw two shoes. Maybe this shoe's pointing out and this shoe is not pointing as far out, so you can see my laces. I just drew an X to show my laces on my shoe. So there's my shoe. And there's the sole of my shoe. And way up here's my head, and I have to fit the rest of me in between. My legs are a little longer than my body, so I'm going to put the waist of my pants up here. And now I have legs and a body and a head all marked in. I'm going to finish my pants now. I'm wearing long pants that are gray. So I'm going up there. It doesn't go all the way up to my belt though. And on the outside line, my pants are straight. And I've got a little pocket. This is my other pant leg, and I've got a pocket. And I've got a neck. So I'm going to add in my neck, and my shirt today has a collar. So I'm going to put my collar on my shirt. And then I have shoulders. Maybe I'll have my arm, one arm straight down and one arm on my hip, because I sometimes stand with my arm and my hand on my hip. So I've got like a bent line there, and I'm going to make another bent line right next to it. Another bent line. That looks like an arm. It's not just a stick person. I can do better than drawing a stick person. Now this one I'm going to make a straight line, and I'm going to make another straight line that goes right next to it. Now I have an arm, and here's my shirt. Notice I left a space here at the shoulder. This arm has to be thick, so this point cannot touch the top line. It's got to have a little space. Now I'm going to give him a shirt. I guess this is me, right? My self-portrait. And my shirt has buttons on it, so I'm going to draw a spot for my buttons. And I also have a pocket on my shirt right here. But if you don't have a pocket on your shirt, you shouldn't wear a button-up shirt with a pocket if you don't want to draw that detail in your picture. There's the collar on my shirt. That's where my hand is out of the sleeve. This is my sleeve. And here's my hand. You might not like drawing fingers, they can be tricky. But you should give it a try. I'm just making a bent line there, and a bump line there. There's my hand. And I'm going to give myself a face now. It's time to add my face. I know that in the middle of my head I have two eyes. Starts out with two rainbow lines. and 2 smile lines and a circle. And then if I go down in between here, I've got a nose. I'm going to give myself just a little rainbow of a nose. And between my nose and my chin, I have my mouth. I'll need some eyebrows too, so I better give myself some eyebrows. And now I can give myself some hair. Oh, I need ears too. They come over here. They're by your eyes. And they go down towards your nose. So there's my ears, and that's my face. Now I need some hair. Let's see, my hair kind of comes down in front of my face. If I was looking in a mirror, I could see my hair. And it goes up a little bit bumpy. And a little bit bumpy. Kind of like that. Now I'm trying to draw a little girl. I start with the U for her head shape, and then I come down and draw the shoes next. I try to find where the waist will be and draw in a simple skirt. Remember, we're not making stick people, so I gave her legs some thickness. I've drawn her shoulders, and out of the picture is her arm up in her hair. There's her arm, also thick. It's not just a stick. And I'm giving her eyes, a nose, a mouth with some holes where her teeth should be. She must be missing teeth. And a big bushy hair. I'll have some examples hanging in the room. There's her striped pants. Here we have the drawing I did earlier, and I've got some watercolor paints. They're in a pan. I open them carefully and I notice they're in rainbow order, and they're nice and bright. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, violet. Now the first thing we have to do is get water on our paintbrush and wake up the paints. So we just do a little tickle on the colors until they are wet and juicy. They might be dry for a moment, but once we add water, they are ready to paint. We've got to use a lot of water with these watercolor paints. And Mr. Brush is very thirsty. So I'm just waking up all my colors before I even get started. I want to make sure they're ready to use. And I am washing my paintbrush between each dip. Now I'm going to try and paint Mr. McAllister. And I will start with my shirt. My shirt today is blue, so I'll make my shirt in the picture blue. And I can always put a little paint on this lid to make it, to mix the color if I want to. Like today, maybe I want to add a little bit of violet to my blue. Hopefully that'll add just a little bit of a difference. Now I've got a nice blue, and I'm going to paint this shirt. As I finish the painting, I use a little bit of orange and yellow to mix a color for my pants. Then I change to black for my shoes and a little bit of brown for my hair. I get the paper wet where my skin is and mix red and yellow for a good skin tone.